I want you to imagine two different people. One person is playing basketball and they're very good. They're naturally very, very talented. They have a lot of raw talent. The first day, the first couple of weeks they start playing, you can already tell that they're going to be a very good player. The second person isn't very good at first. They aren't very good at dribbling. They cannot make a basket when they shoot. They're not very good. Now, the first person that was really naturally talented at the start is also very lazy. They don't like to practice. On the weekends, they could care less about basketball. They want to hang out with their friends. And during the week, they hate going to practice. It's something they just don't want to do. But the second person is extremely dedicated. Every day, they think about basketball. They go to the gym and they practice. Every morning, they're in the gym practicing, Monday through Sunday. After a couple of years, who do you think is going to be the better player? After 10 years, who's going to be the better player? Let's talk about that. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to English on Autopilot. Today, in this video, I want to talk about why dedication beats talent. Always. In English, we even have a saying that goes, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. Hard work comes from that dedication, comes from the drive of wanting to be the best. Whereas talent means you're naturally good at something. You start something and you're naturally good at it. You don't really have to work hard. It comes to you easily, it comes to you naturally. That's talent. Whereas dedication means you are willing to work every single day, no matter the circumstances, no matter what's happening in your life, you're willing to put in the effort to get better, to achieve the dreams that you have in whatever it may be. Talent is not the same. Talent you didn't have to work for. It's something that you already had. Now, we talked about at the beginning of the video two different people. One with natural talent that maybe when they start playing basketball, people admire. And the other person that isn't very good, well, people maybe even laugh at them. But that second person is in the gym every day working hard. Let's think of a real world example. A very, very famous basketball player, arguably the most famous basketball player of all time, Michael Jordan. Now, it's easy to look at Michael Jordan today and think, wow, he's so talented, he's amazing, he's the best. But at the start of his career, that was not true. Michael Jordan did not make his high school basketball team when he first tried out for the team. Can you believe that? We're not talking about the NBA. We're not talking about the best basketball players in the world. We're talking about his high school. Just the kids that went there, and he didn't make the team. Now, if Michael Jordan didn't have dedication and drive and a desire to be the best at what he did, he might have taken that defeat and quit basketball. Some people do that. It's normal, it's natural. If you don't have that drive and you're not good enough to make the team, a lot of people would quit. Instead, Michael Jordan used that as fuel. He added that fuel to the fire he had inside and decided, I'm going to make the team. And not just that, not just I'm going to make the team, I'm going to be the best. After that, of course, we know he went to North Carolina, was an incredible player on their team, and eventually became one of the absolute best basketball players in the history of the sport. That's not because of the natural talent. Now, I'm not saying Michael Jordan isn't very tall. He doesn't have physical attributes that help him. Of course he does. If I did the same thing that Michael Jordan did every single day from the same age, from when I was younger, I would never play basketball like Michael Jordan. We can't argue that some people have natural gifts. Same with my sport with swimming, Michael Phelps. I worked hard, maybe not as hard as Michael Phelps, but even if I did, I never would have that exact same body as Michael Phelps that would allow me to break all the world records, have the most Olympic medals than any other athlete in history. However, I am not the most talented at swimming. Absolutely not. Especially when I was younger. I wasn't the best in my city or in my state. Not even close. However, I wanted to be. I wanted to be a good swimmer. So, what did that do? It gave me the drive to create the dedication. In swimming, you practice a lot. Ever since I was 13, 14 years old, around there, I had about 9 swim practices a week. And since the age of 15, I've been waking up, or I was waking up at 4 in the morning to drive to another city to train, and then drive back for school and drive back again in the afternoon for a second practice every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I also had practice on Saturday. I had swim meets for 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I missed out on events. I didn't hang out with my friends as much. I didn't go to every school activity. But I sacrificed because I wanted to be the best. I wanted to be the best that I could be. I wanted the best version of myself in the water. And it paid off. I achieved things that as a kid I dreamed of doing. Swimming at the national level, going to college as a swimmer, things like that. And swimming times that I only dreamed of. But that wasn't because of the talent. Now, I won't deny that I have some talent for swimming, of course. If someone just like me with a different talent level or a different physical ability wouldn't achieve the same results. I swam with a lot of people that achieved better results or that it didn't achieve as good of results. That you can't control. But I wanted to be the best that I could be. And that I knew I could control with my dedication. Not missing a practice, going when I didn't feel like going, things like that. A lot of it comes from the mindset, right? You can't change the physical abilities you have, but you can change your mindset. That dedication and also having that ability to wait for the delayed gratification, training months and months and months to maybe drop 1 or 2 seconds in a race is not easy. It's difficult to stay dedicated when you're thinking so far ahead. But you need to think of the growth mindset that's necessary because maybe you don't see the 2 seconds you're dropping in a race, but from week to week you see, wow, I'm performing better. You make more shots on the basketball court. Or for you, you're starting to remember more words in English. Your vocab is growing. Your understanding of these videos or of TV shows or of books you're reading is getting better. That's what helped me stay dedicated when I started learning Spanish. At first, as I've mentioned in other videos, it was very difficult. And before I found comprehensible input, it was extremely difficult to stay dedicated. Even after I found comprehensible input. For me, getting thousands of hours of input took dedication, knowing to trust the process. Even though I didn't see the direct result every single day, over the months, even the weeks, from week to week, and then from month to month, I noticed huge improvements. And because of that, the dedication paid off because all the hours led me to where I am now. Same with swimming, all the hours and hours of practice, even the practices I didn't want to go to. It's the reason why I achieved my goals. For all of you, this is the experience with learning English, I'm sure, just the way I learned Spanish. It's difficult every day to have that dedication, but once you create that routine, whether you sit down at 8 o'clock every morning to watch a video, or 7 p.m. at night, or whenever, or listening to your podcast when you go for a walk, or things like that, right? On the weekends, making sure to spend 30 minutes to an hour or even more watching my videos or other videos out there in English, Once you create that habit and you have that dedication and you see the results, it's easier to keep going, right? You make mistakes when you're speaking, maybe, or when you write a message. And I hope it doesn't make you stop. I hope instead it gives you more motivation to say, you know what? No problem. I just need more input. I just need to spend more time getting more input in English so that I make less mistakes. And it works. You will make less mistakes. And after 6 months, a year, you'll think of a mistake you made and you'll think, how did I even make that mistake? Obviously, it's said like this. It'll feel so natural. Dedication is not easy, but it will beat talent. There is no secret, right? Someone might be naturally good at languages. I'm not. And yet, if you're dedicated and you put in the hours, it doesn't matter about the talent of the other person. What matters is the results that you will see. That delayed gratification is difficult, but when it pays off, there's no better feeling, honestly. Tell me about your experiences. Tell me about your experience in the comment. Do you think motivation beats talent? Do you have an example of where motivation beat talent, whether a case like Michael Jordan or in your own life? Put it in the comments below. If you like this video, please put a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe so you can keep watching these videos as they come out. And if you can, please donate to the channel. Just a few euros is a huge help for me to be able to continue improving and to continue making even better content. All right, everyone. Have a good day, good week, good weekend, whenever you're watching this. And we'll see each other in the next video. Bye.